Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once more. So, I've decided to do a little bit of modification over here. So, I would like to reinforce this position here, and I can do that by moving this motorized over here, part of the Großdeutschland. There we go, so I've just strengthened that bit more. I wanted that strengthening because I didn't want them to, like, hit that one point in the line and break through. So there we go. Now, we do need to be worried somewhat about that, but I'm going to move the airfields to the other side. Basically, well out of reach. Well, I can only hope so anyway. So we'll modify our positions here. There we go. And we'll occupy that position there. Okay, that'll do fine. We do want to move up the Second Army. Then again, the vast majority of Second Army is over here in the north. But if I occupy a position more middle ground, then perhaps that might work out. Then again, I'll go... let's see. We'll go to about there. Not a big difference, but still a difference. Okay, so we do need to clear up the rear area security. Good number of partisans in the south. But they'll be dealt with easily enough. There we go. I do plan to bring the Romanian army back into action at some point in the future. I'm just basically waiting for them to recover. Their morale took a massive, massive beating. Though it has recovered here, or at least stabilized. Their table of equipment is still below actual strength. Well, full strength, so I want them to be at full strength. That, and they work for me at this moment in time, as security. Okay. Reactivate. Interesting. So I guess I can't merge them at this moment in time. That's fine. Right, we are starting to work on rails through the marshes over here. That's rather interesting. I would rather have these lines, but then this line can do fine as well. Why not? Okay. Shizzle. Okay, well, I kind of screwed up there. You can move there. You can move over there. There we go. Right, there are partisans in this immediate area that I can reach. So we'll have them head over here to the city. And that's Smolensk. Okay, troops from Moscow. Right, Shift K. So yes, we do need to garrison these cities. What is the population here? So there's 12 here. We have 5, so that's not too bad. Over here we have 5, so really these cavalry want to be going here to help garrison Kalinin. There we go, Kalinin is technically fully garrisoned now. Okay, move out. Okay. Righto. Right, these Finnish troops actually do need to go north. Right, have them change command. Right, occupy this position. Righto. We'll have them move here, then at least we can have them administrate these troops here, which makes supply much easier in the field, because we now have a better command and control system. Right, to the 4th Finnish Corps. You to the 4th as well. I will need to spread some of these troops out just to hold the Red Army back somewhat. Okay, so that's been held at this moment. These positions are really well dug in, but I can start to move through here. There's nothing really stopping that. There is this position here which is fairly fortified, but I can get through. Yep, they've been routed. Need to put more pressure on this pocket. Right, you move there. There we go. Yeah, this has a lot of support, actually. A decent amount of support, I should say. Okay. Fair enough. Right, that's 18th Army. 18th Army doesn't really have anything assigned to it. It does have a Stug Battalion. Okay, so all we want to do here is we want to take more troops. There we go. This allows 18th Army to actually move to a better position now to help support the troops. These troops now have actual support. That's a lot of mixed flak. Why the heck do we have all that mixed flak there? Okay. Unlock. But there's a lot of mixed flak that I could probably do with elsewhere. Okay. Or you can be reassigned over here. Right, we need to break through this area. So taking a look at actual fortifications, that's the key. So these troops are now really starting to suffer, as are these. The more pressure we put on this pocket here, the more likely that we are to indeed secure a true pocket, one that we can annihilate. We should bring a great amount of victory. Yeah, they needed help. Ah, even a full attack wasn't enough there. Okay, so we have another headquarters over here. Good. So that is the 46th Army. Now, if only I had something to get in here. That was the Volkov Air Command. Damn. And they held. Okay. Okay, so you can see what's starting to happen here. This is what we need. We need to put a lot of pressure on here, really prevent this massive forces from moving. I mean, this massive force is already out. I mean, they look to be mostly the troops with actual transport, motorized, mechanized, cavalry, that sort of thing. So they're probably going to get out. Though it depends, really. It is a massive operation. I mean, this... Well, Operation Trident is more or less still going on in the north, though in the rest of the theatre it's more or less over, to be replaced by new operation once we have need of one, at least a concept of one. Fuel is precious over here, so we shall continue to build it up. I need to keep on replacing the panzers with infantry so we can move on up. Yes, Jaegers would perform very well over here. Very well. Right, here we go. So rail is going to be run into here. Okay. Right, have them do a HQ build-up. Then again, is that really wise when they're outside the rail network? What we'll do then is we'll move over here. Okay. Right, have them as a reserve. Right, so this command is okay. So what we'll do then is we'll build up force here. There we go. I will build up force there, then I can push on that rail line. If I can push on that rail line, that's going to make things really difficult for the enemy here. Right, reserve formations there. Move that a little bit closer towards supply, so at the moment it's 14 MP. 12 MP. 10. Okay. So in reality I do want them to be closer to the HQ. So we'll have them there. Rail lines will soon be up here, which will be good news. Okay, so I can spread some troops out here. That's good. Okay. I didn't even realize about this one. So we need to just build up force. Okay, HQ build up. Build up there. Right now down the south. Okay. So, we'll be able to push along this rail line. It's going to be difficult, but it shouldn't be too bad. I doubt they'll have troops here. If they do, then they're doing quite well. But we should be able to push up there. I mean, I only need to take this one province here, well, this one area here. And that lake here will prevent them from reinforcing, which is good. So I can completely lock off this area here. I've stepped over there, which is very good news. So things aren't anywhere near as dire or as difficult as they really seem on the surface. Okay. So, I do want to be pushing towards Moscow. Sorry, not Moscow, Gorky. There we go, that's happened of all time. But I'm going to have an operational pause for this moment in time in the north. I need things to be ready. I need the panzers to be able to back us up, otherwise we're not really going to be moving anywhere fast. Okay. So it's always been a mess in the south. But we need to organise. Okay. So, great. We'll have the 1st Panzer Army head towards Baku. So we need to gain fuel over here. There we go. Okay. There we go. Red, have you changed command? What do we have in the town here? Nothing. That's no good. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to head towards this rail line, sever that rail line, make it more difficult for the enemy to send reinforcements. And especially remove the advantage of interior lines. As of this moment in time, there's only this line, or that line, and that line takes a hell of a lot longer. You have to go all that way down there. So that's a big difference. Well, if we cut this line, any reinforcements from the north will have to take that longer route. So that's something that we should aim for. There's also this town over here, which has some supplies. That's always a good objective to go for, areas of supply. So this seems to be the weakest area here, so we'll punch through there. Actually, we'll take care of the strongest resistance first. Okay. No candy for you. Okay. It's probably worthwhile keeping a core of armor over here, perhaps. What I'll do then is I'll have the Slovakian mobile assigned to this local command. Then I can have the armored and the rest join the congregation of the 1st Panzer Army, which is building up over here. Right, there we go. They can join that. Okay. Actually. I mean, that's 222 armored fighting vehicles there. I mean, that's no small amount. I mean, it's 214 there. I mean, there's a good number of tanks here. It doesn't seem like it, but there actually is. There's actually something here then. We have a rifle division. Sweet. Right, so we captured... oh, hardly anything. Right, Romanian troops. Oh, lovely. That's actually very nice to have. I didn't even realise it there. Okay. Right, sweet. So next turn we'll have rails across the river, which is very important, and to Rostov itself, which we've never had before. So that means we'll be able to send reinforcements right up to the front there. Very, very good. And supply, most importantly. So our rails will come down here. They'll be able to cover the Hungarian army once they come close enough. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Need to put more and more pressure on here. Right, we need to push back over here and then we can control this side. That's good though. Oh wait, were they attached to the 16th Army already? God damn it. There we go. Right, they can go there. Impressive. Okay. Should have pushed up towards the rail line a little bit harder. But that's okay. I didn't expect those troops to be so difficult to move. But yeah, the position and shape of the pocket is definitely evolving. Right then. I mean, that's it. As we continue to push upwards here, it makes it more difficult for them. Smash that position there. Okay. There's so much force here. I didn't realize how large the Volkov front was. I mean, if the Red Army had thrown that offensive against the river over here... Is this the River Volkov? Volva? I can't remember what the name of the river is. I think it's the River Volkov. Yeah, if they'd thrown their strength against the River Volkov and my defenses there, they probably would have crumbled quite quickly. But I was kind of hoping for that at certain points in time, so I could actually use it to my advantage. Okay. Right, it looks like we can move the entire Italian force. Yep, seems so. Not as far, that's fine. Okay, rail cap 9,182. Service Infantry Division. The 383rd. Have them move towards the centre. There we go. Leaves us some rail cap remaining. Not a whole that much going on. So if you take a look here. So next week we'll lose that howitzer. But the week after that we'll gain a Italian security division, some light flak. then Mountain Construction Battalion, Siege Mortars once more, can't wait to use them, and then the week after that the 502nd Heavy Panzer Battalion. Actually, that's 2 weeks after. Still, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so we're more or less ready to go ahead here. Let's quickly take a look at losses at the moment. As you can see here that in total we've lost 1,238,631 men. Obviously 404,606 have been killed, 24,290 have been captured, 809,735 have been disabled. So the vast majority have been injured, either, well, permanently or they will recover over time. Our recovery rate is pretty damn good. It's very, very close to the Soviets one. And that's due to our superiority in actual medical technology, I would say. Or at least treatment. Oh, I don't know, small amount of forces, more amount of care. That sort of thing. Right, the Soviets have lost a great deal. A great, great deal. I mean, they've actually had 1.44 million men killed. That's a hell of a lot of men. Okay. Right, let's go forward. I will be interested to see what happens. And I should really be fueling my units, but I'm going to hold off on that for the time being. Okay. So you can see their vehicle pool here. So they have 84, they need 82, so they're doing okay for the moment. But it's coming down to the wire here. Yeah, they're losing a lot of men there. Right, that's good. If I can occupy the river line here, that gives me a solid defensive position to go forward from. It doesn't seem as though the Red Army is able to counterattack, to be honest. If those forces don't escape, then they'll be encircled as well. The one thing I've been unable to overcome is their sheer number of planes. Yeah, they're not going to break through that. There's no way in hell. I mean, the weakest point would be probably that division, but even then that's got panzers behind it and mod infantry. We do have rivet formations in here too. Dun dun da 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 dun. Bum bum bada bum. Bum bum bada bum. Bum bum bada bum. Nice. Fair enough. Yeah, so they really have jack shit between their lines. Wow. 96,000 men. That's a hell of a lot of men. little bit of introduction never hurts. That's a good job. I need to solidify these lines here. Okay, low amount of casualties. I mean, the more men they try to extract through here, the weaker the lines actually become. So then it's easier for me to break through and solidify. Very good job there. I mean, the train does really help. Again, what does that do? The Red Army has no real strategic objective in mind. At the moment, they're just trying to desperately survive. Right, well, that is 1,040 armoured fighting vehicles. That's actually quite a considerable amount. Okay, guards. Right, so the Reds actually responded now in the south, so they've actually gathered some measure of forces. That's fine. The 1st Panzer Army is not even needed on the front line at this time. So what I can do is I can try to use them to surround those 1,000 plus armoured fighter vehicles and absolutely take the teeth out of Soviet resistance in the south. Which will be lovely. Okay. I mean, the shape of the front line is absolutely incredible. It barely makes any sense. But it's not a too dissimilar situation from reality. I mean, we have the Volkov front in our reality, but then in actual history, you had something like that with the, with Army Group Center, the balcony. Basically, they were far forward of everything else, and yeah, that becomes a massive, massive problem. I do have to hand it to the Red Army, though. They are still putting up a fight. They've never made it easy. Yeah, further reinforcements. But if they leave that open, which I doubt they will, but even if they leave it somewhat, I suppose I'll be able to break through. Cut that rail line, even though it's not being used. Well, it actually is being used, isn't it? Fuck, that's how they're surviving. I didn't even really notice. Well, that rail line is a priority then. Crap, that means that they've been able to either pull men out or put men in with rail. Damn it. I mean, it takes them a hell of a lot longer, and it costs them a hell of a lot more rail mobility, but they can do it. Okay. Right. So 4.1, whatever, 4.26, well, 4.16 to 4.26. Their AFV numbers are continuing to rise again. Obviously, that's with the Lend-Lease helping them out considerably. Though our armoured fighter vehicle number has risen quite nicely. Ah, Romanian Mountain Division. I mean, not to mention the fact that we have the Italians joining the force, well, joining the front now. And that's not an inconsiderable amount of men. It's a decent amount. It's not a huge amount, but it's something that will definitely help us. Right, so they are trying to get out of here then, it seems. Block them off. There we go. I mean, that's like, what? 4 cores there? 2 of them being guard cores. So they're not going to get out of here anytime soon. Okay, we need to break through here before we're penned in. Okay, what do we have here? A good amount of fuel and supply, actually, so that's good. Our armoured can draw off of that. Okay, the Air Force can support both fronts there quite easily. Jesus, that is some insane movement. The fact that I could make it all the way over here. Major city there. Heavy industry, IL-2 production, eventually IL-10, the Katyushas. Right, so they formed it quite neatly. Very, very neatly. Okay. Interesting to see Soviet forces using breakthrough tactics. And you can see that because they have the line of 3 here, and then they have the 2 behind, so they have a depth of 1.5 or 2.5. Well, 2.5 here, 2.5 here. Very nice. Yeah, I can surround all of those forces here. So that could be potentially 1,000 armoured fighting vehicles removed there. And we have our great pockets. Yep, they're all gone. That's a lot of forces, and we even got that rifle division down there, sweet. Okay, so the noose continues to tighten. I need to dislodge that position. Fuel is looking decent. We have rail lines now up to here. Keep them going. Do I want to keep this here? I could use it to instead help support the push on Gorky. But... Then again, this would be a war-winning move right here. So we're going to continue to support this line. Okay, no more. But still, that's another 4 lines there that have been changed over to our gauge of rail. So that is rather good. So yeah, I mean, we can break through here, possibly in the next session. Push up onto these airfields, but yeah, once that rail line's gone, because they are... well, let's do it now then. Let's do it now. Fuck it, let's do it live. Okay. Really wish they'd gone elsewhere. Okay. Right, I can spread these infantry out. Excellent news. What the hell's your command? Okay, 32 there, or 25. Not bad. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. That rail line is now cut over there. Surprisingly, that's not having too much of an effect yet, but they were definitely using a rail line, so that will impact on their vehicle need. I can't see it not. Okay. Fuck me, that's going to be difficult to get through. Oh well, I don't even need to do it. And in fact, I can surround those troops. Yeah, they can go all that way. Holy. Head of the rail line. Okay, that's going to make things more difficult. If I can get to that position there. Well, to be honest, I just need to push onto this lake now. So I can move up over here. Or I could move up over there. But going over here would be the easiest and best route. Goddamn. Ah. Need to change those commands then. There we go. So yeah, the inevitable is going to happen. So we cut that rail line. That rail line is now being diminished quite severely. So once we get to this point over here, which isn't going to be too difficult, there's really nothing in our way. We've surrounded these forces here. Those forces are now fucked, so that's 2 guard divisions out of the way. We can start to put pressure on here, well, over here as well. Push there. Okay. So let's do the fun part. Annihilating the enemy. Okay, 623. I hate when that happens. $10,000. Rightio. Just have to use you then. And I could use the armoured, which is probably not a bad idea considering they're not going to be going anywhere fast. Gets out from multiple directions here. Okay. Yeah, they're not going to make this an easy one. Come on. Okay. Right, they're getting pressed in tighter and tighter now. Keep hitting them. Yeah, the population's evacuating. There we go. Ah, come on. Okay, so now with each of the provinces here stacked with 3 units, that means that they're vastly more likely to surrender, as they have nowhere to go. Okay, we'll use this core. So he says, and they still continue to hold. To be fair, they were in the city. It's been a mess trying to wipe out this pocket, but I want it gone now. Have that assigned over there, and I'll give it some something to back it up. Fine, pioneers then, why not? There we go, finally. Okay, so that pocket has been eliminated. How many troops of the Red Army has that removed? So that was 230,000 troops there. 230,000. Holy shit. That's like a significant number of troops just gone there. 230,000 troops, 3,118 guns, 67 AFVs, 35 self-propelled and armoured cars. So, yeah, that was definitely worthwhile. Yeah, so they're below 4 million strength now. Significant loss there. And the fact is, once I re-establish the front line, we'll be able to do that again and again and again and again. Because they just simply don't have any sort of reserves to stop me. I mean, this has been worked on. And once this is complete, then that is just the greatest pocket I've probably ever had. I don't know if it matched the ones of the border battles of the heady days of June 1941, but we'll see. But the Red Army is more or less defeated at this point in time. It's still here, but their backbone has practically been broken. They just don't have the offensive power they once did. And we're able to assemble entire armies to take on objectives, while the Red Army only has a few divisions at most. I mean, this can be annihilated as well, so that's like, what? 2 tank corps, 3 tank corps, 4 tank corps, 5 tank corps, tank brigade, rifle division. So that's like 5 tank corps and a brigade there. So that's over 1,000 armoured fighter vehicles right there to be taken out of their order of battle. So that would take them down to like 3,000. And this is it, these are the sheer numbers here. So we'll be doing that next session. So thank you very much guys for watching, I hope you've enjoyed this so far. Do let me know what you think. And also an important thing to note, obviously with this being Bitter Peace campaign, do we go on until the very end, or do we go on to a point at which it's like, yeah, it's kind of certain that we've won here? We'll see. We'll see. I mean, if this had been a normal campaign, I would have won the campaign by now. I would have won. So continue. I am enjoying it though, it's nice to have that long objective in mind. But until next time, thank you for watching, and if you do feel like I've deserved it and earned your charity, then you could always decide to become one of my patrons. That really does help me out considerably. And also a small one-time donation on PayPal is also a great way to help me out. Obviously it doesn't mean I'm going to starve if not, but it's something that helps me out. It allows me to buy books and stuff like that. So until next time, goodbye for now, have a great day or evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. See you all very, very soon. Goodbye for now.